Heating and air conditioning.
All right, so we know it's coming. Hurricane season starts June 1st and runs through November 30th, and meteorologists are predicting that it's going to be an active season. With summer vacation about to begin, many of you may be thinking about taking a cruise in that time frame and the following months. Now, if this is something you're thinking about doing, being prepared and knowing what safeguards are in place can really help put your mind at ease. So joining us this morning to talk about this is travel agent Scott Lara. He is also known as the cruise genius. Scott, we appreciate you being here.
Good to see you, Ashley.
As always. So, it's a scenario that may seem like Murphy's Law. You book a cruise months in advance, and then lo and behold, meteorologists start tracking a hurricane right as you're about to set sail. So right out of the gate, is this something people can still do safely? Is it something they should still do?
100%, because hurricane season is June through November, and a lot of people are concerned about traveling during hurricane season because of winds and rough weather. But the good news is the cruise lines spend billions of dollars to make sure that the ship, the crew, and the passengers stay safe.
Absolutely. And I know that there is some interesting technology to help track these things, right? And they can make a hard pivot if they need to.
Absolutely, because you have to understand that the captains on the cruise ships want to keep the passengers safe because they're still in the casino, they're still having fun, they're still doing everything. So it's in the best interest of the cruise lines to keep the passengers out of harm's way. So, corporate, like in Miami, will let the cruise lines know, hey, there's something in the area, turn left, turn right, to keep passengers safe.
Let's talk about insurance. When booking a cruise, especially during hurricane season, what should people make sure is included in that policy? What kind of questions should they be asking?
That's a good question, because travel insurance is tricky. You want to read the fine print, and there's lots of things that can be involved, like what if you lose your bags? What if you miss a flight? But even more important, what if you fall and hurt your arm or your leg? You want to be reimbursed for any kind of injuries you have. So travel insurance is important. I advise everyone I know to purchase it, but again, read the fine print.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, for the sake of this,
sure,
rocking the boat,
sure,
so to speak. A lot of people really struggle with seasickness, and if conditions are a little bit worse, what advice do you have for this?
Well, the number one thing I'd say, Ashley, is to go to the dollar store, go to Target before you get on the ship, because those products on the ship are going to be very, very expensive. So if it's Dramamine or the patch behind the ear, maybe some Pepto-Bismol, just in case you do get a little nauseous. But the technology on these cruise ships now, especially the large ones like Icon of the Seas, Scarlet Lady, Oasis of the Seas, they have stabilizers to help keep the ship from going back and forth and up and down. But I still advise people to continue to cruise during hurricane season. You're going to have a great time. You're going to see great ports of call, and you can share all those memories on Instagram and Facebook and all that.
And share them with your family. Real quick, do you have any advice for people to make sure that they're getting the best bang for their buck or the best deal for a cruise?
It's probably one of the number one questions I get, because the fact of the matter is people say, oh, if I just wait to the last minute, I'll save a couple pennies. The problem with that mentality is all the good cabins are gone. Many people, like myself, will book 6 months, 8 months, a year in advance to get the great cabin. If you wait to the last minute, you're going to be by a bow thruster, by the anchor, under the casino, and you're not going to have a restful time. So my tip is book early, get the cabin you want, and definitely use a travel agent.
Is there anything I didn't touch on that you think people should know going into a hurricane season with cruising? Anything at all?
I think the number one thing, especially if you're a family, right? You got your kids, your grandkids. There's lots of options out there. You have MSC, you have Carnival, you have Royal Caribbean. But if you're just a husband and wife wanting to get away, Virgin Voyages is amazing for just that getaway, great value. And again, I love cruising. I'm a Navy veteran. It's just so much fun, and you're going to make a lot of great memories that you're going to have for years to come.
I love it. All right, Scott Lara, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate this.
Thank you, Ashley.